guys, I'm Duffer and welcome back to yet another Star Citizen video. And today I'm going to be reviewing and touring the Defender in 3.19.1. This ship itself is made by Banu and is focused as a light fighter. This ship is one of a kind really, and is the only currently flyable ship with a manufacturer Banu, with the other one being a concept ship for Merchantman, which will hopefully come out soon, and is focused as a cargo ship with 2,888 SU available space. The ship that I'm going to be reviewing today though is two-seated, with both these seats being able to fly the ship, meaning you can pick to have either a left or right perspective of the ship when flying. This is because the Banu race designed this ship and humans transferred the seats over for our own race's preferability. But enough on this, and that's for another video, the lore is. I'm not going to split the ship into any sections today, and it's just going to be one big one. The ship has one entrance, this being the main ramp at the front, which can be used under 0G or gravity conditions. So starting off with a ship tour, and coming around to the front of the Defender, we can enter through the main entrance at the front. Before we do this though, I just wanted to talk about the fact that this ship really looks like a crab. I mean, if I just go into third person real quick, look at it. Can you see the two eyes there? I'll try to put little arrows on the screen. And the claws around the side, and it has a very living leg on the back and the rear. Look at this thing, it's got kind of muscles it feels like, and it has claws at the bottom. After that though, you also have a mouth which opens, which are the stairs. Really reminds me of a ramp, but let me know if I'm wrong down in the comments. As you can see though, going up into this main kind of ramp, it's a very nice animation opening up. Closing the door on the right side, and you can see the very different style of paints in this ship. We have a very bony living-like colour for this little vein-like structures which connect all the ship's main parts. And we have a black interior and a very blue lighting. It's very nice in my opinion, and I do highly like it. On the left and right side of a ramp there we have two weapon holders, one for each pilot, or you could have two for yourself. I do like this little back view here, it glows, it kind of reminds me of a brain in a way for some reason, I really don't know why. But going on, just to the right side of this door, and we have a bed. It's a very nice designed bed, the pillow is quite an odd shape, but it's quite nice. We have an identical bed on the left side. And in the middle here we have a locked cabinet. Currently you cannot open this and there's no way to open it, but apparently it used to be access to power plants and coolants. If you look at it just from this angle though, you can see that we have two doors. Either of these can be used to pilot the ship. This right one though is meant to be the co-pilot's seat, and the left one is meant to be the pilot's seat. Going on into these seats though, it looks like we have kind of a breathing apparatus on the left and the right side. These little black lines here, they're very... Moving on up towards the seat now. And we have 4 screens just on this seat. We also have access to 3 buttons. These aren't physicalized, but holographic ones. This is to open the ship and unlock it, to power on and off the ship. And finally we have one here which can turn the engines on and off and cycle through the locks. We also have an ejector seat down at the bottom, which you can use if you're in a very tight situation, but I barely do. You can also exit the seat on the left side. And that's kind of it for this ship. It's a very small ship, but it's quite nice designed and is actually alright if you want to pilot it with a friend, and can be quite good fun. Visibility of this kind of cockpit, it's very open on the top, and as you can see all around us, everywhere over the top of you. There's no view down the bottom though, and if I just show quickly, as soon as you activate and take off the landing gear, your vision gets very interrupted by the claws which come out. I'll show you a little animation for them now. Very nice, they come out like that, and here we go, it looks more like a crab there too. But if you look now, we've lost quite a lot of our vision to our left and to our right below sides by these little bits that go out. This is not too big of an issue, but it's still quite annoying, and I wish we had the option to bring these back while we were doing combat and not just have them out all the time. But that's it for the ship tour, and it's quite a small ship, but quite detailed at the same time. So moving on to the weapons and manoeuvrability of this ship, and this ship has 4 size 2 single 2 tachyon cannons, which are made by Banu and they're specific to this ship. Now these are gimbal mounted and are honestly one of the worst weapons I have seen in game, and I would take anything over them. I mean, it took so long just to kill a very low risk target Aurora. It was so painful. I would definitely not recommend taking this out stock, as even though the cannons are really cool, the animation's really cool in them, you can upgrade them to be 3 or 4 times more powerful. This ship also comes with 4 Ignite 2 missiles. These are alright and will deal some damage to ships, but definitely not a one shot, but it's not bad for missiles. Definitely better than the pilot controlled weapons. This ship has a very quick acceleration and deceleration, and it feels like very quick in general, very responsive and manoeuvrable. The engines are really cool as well. They sound amazing when you're flying, and it feels very alien-like, which is something that you really want to go for with this ship, and it does it very well, I have to say. So starting off with the ship upgrades, and first of all, take them Tachyon 2 single 2 cannon straight out of a ship, and you could trade them out for a FL-33 laser cannon, a Panther repeater, or a gimbal mounted weapon. It's your own choice really. I personally picked the FL-33. In the gameplay in the background I might be using a Panther repeater, but that's because the renting system's bugged out, but my personal preference is FL-33. Just don't keep the single 2s, whatever you do. So onto the missiles, you could trade out the Ignite 2s for 4 Rattler 2 missiles. These do about double the damage, but you don't need to do this as they are missiles. For shields, you could trade out the original ones for 7MA Lorcia missiles. These are a decent upgrade. For power plants, you could upgrade to Breton, but you don't need to do this as you won't feel too much of a difference. For the coolers, you could upgrade to an Ultra Flow from a Polar, but you again won't feel too much of a difference with this. And for quantum drive, you could upgrade to the VK00. This is not needed as you come stock with a really good quantum drive actually, but it's still an upgrade and one I would personally pick if I were to pick some. But that's it for the ship upgrades you could make. So now it's time to move on to the price and the overview of this ship. And starting off, this ship is not currently available as a starter package, but it is currently available in a standalone pledge. This is for $264 or £224.40 respectively. Subsequently, you could buy it in-game for 2,781,000 AUDC. This is quite cheap to be fair for a ship of this class and is definitely considerate. You currently cannot rent this ship anywhere, but I do not think this is a bad thing as it's cheap enough already to buy outright. If you're going to buy this ship, make sure you use someone's referral code. Mine is on screen now if you want to use that one. In a quick overview of this ship, it's a very cool idea for a fighter and is meant to be kind of a Banu merchantman's escort. I think this ship can be quite potent as a fighter when it has the right upgrades, but stock it's just nearly worthless at fighting and you'll be killed by nearly everyone. It is quite a cool quantum animation with a nice green overlayer and has a living feel about it from the interior and the exterior, and it definitely looks like a crab. So in conclusion, I would give this ship a consider it for in real life money, and for in-game AUVC, do buy it as long as you're willing to put in some of the upgrades. And that concludes it for my review of the Defender. Be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Duffer out.